next problem that we're going to take a look at is we're going to look at 63 hundredths multiplied by 2 and 8 tenths. And so when I do 63 hundredths multiplied by 2 and 8 tenths, 63 hundredths is going to become 63 multiplied by 1 100ths, because I go 2 digits behind the decimal, and the place value 2 digits behind the decimal is hundredths. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to multiply it by 28 times 1/10. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to use my properties of numbers, and I'm going to shift my values around. So it's going to become 63 times 28 times 1/100th times 1/10. Okay, well, 1/100th times 1/10 is going to be 1/1000th. And then I just need to figure out what 63 times 28 is going to be. So I'm going to do that very small over here. 8 times 3 is going to be 24, so I put down the 4, regroup the 2. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 2 is going to be 50. 2 times 3, nope, got to put my place value holder there. 2 times 3 is going to be 6. 2 times 6 is going to be 12. So I have 504 plus 1260. So I'm going to rewrite it over here. So I have 4, 6, 7, 1. So I have 1,764. And I'm going to multiply that by 1,000. And at this point, I don't need those parentheses symbols. I think I keep writing it because I have the parentheses symbols up above. And then I'm going to go ahead, and my decimal is going to move here 3 places to the left. So when I move my decimal 3 places to the left, it's going to go 1, 2, 3. So my answer is going to be 1.764. So my answer is going to be 1 and 764 thousandths. Okay. Take a look at my next problem. I'm going to do 2 and 6 tenths multiplied by 1 and 4 tenths. So I'm going to have 26 multiplied by 1/10 times 14 multiplied by 1/10. Then I'm going to rearrange to where I have my whole numbers multiplied together, and I'm going to have my decimal place value multiplied together. So when I have a tenth multiplied by a tenth, I get 1/100th. And then I need to figure out what 26 times 14 is. So 26 times 14. 4 times 6 is going to be 24. I put down the 4, regroup the 2. 4 times 2 is going to be 8, plus 2 is going to be 10. Put down my placeholder. Now I'm going to do 1 times 6, which is going to be 6. 1 times 2, which is going to be 2. I don't need anything with that anymore. And I have 4, 6, 3. So I have 364 multiplied by 1/100th. And when I do that, I move my decimal 2 places to the left. So my new answer is going to be 3 and 64 hundredths. All right. The last problem that we're going to take a look at is going to be 4 and a half multiplied by 8 hundredths. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out my place values. So I have 45 multiplied by 1/10 multiplied by 8 times 1/100th. So I'm going to shuffle my multiplication problem up to where it's going to be easier for me to multiply. So I'm going to do 45 times 8 times 1/10 times 1/100th. Well, 1/10 times 1/100th is going to be 1/1000th. And then I needed to see what 45 times 8 is going to be. 8 times 5 is going to be 40, so I put down the 0. I regroup the 4. 8 times 4 is going to be 32, plus 4 is going to be 36. So I have 360 multiplied by 1/1000. So my decimal is going to go 1, 2, 3 places to the left. And when I do that, I end up with 36 hundredths. I don't need to put this decimal here as a placeholder in my final answer. So at this point in time, you are going to come grab your worksheet for multiplying decimals by using properties of numbers. You're going to show me the properties of numbers for every single problem that you guys are going to do. This example is at the top of your page, so use it to help with your reference. The only piece that's not there is going to be this work. But you do need to show this work if you need to do it. There should be plenty of room in the boxes for you to show me the properties of numbers and to show that multiplication step.